Sunset, Texas, located in southern Montague County in north central Texas, is a tiny rural community filled with beautiful scenery and some of the best people you'll ever want to meet. Join us on this drive across Texas as we meet some of these great folks and find some great Texas wine. Y'all remember now, that baby's coming from a Texan.
Drive across Texas.
Hey folks, welcome to Drive Across Texas. I'm your host, Pat Waters. We're at OG Cellars in Sunset, America.
Sunset, America.
Got Mr. James Hanger here, the owner. How are you doing, James?
Good, Pat. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for allowing us to come out here.
Yeah.
You've got an awesome facility here.
Thank you.
So tell me, how does a guy from Wichita Falls get interested in the wine business?
Drinking a lot of wine. It's pretty much where it started. And I think that's
good.
how most winemakers get started.
That's
drinking
exactly.
a lot.
So you've got your business with your wife here, and OG, just to get it clear right now, it does not stand for Original Gangster, he said. It's for your two kids, right?
Olivia and Grayson.
And that's
right.
awesome. So you're building a legacy to pass down. So if you'll be so kind, tell the viewers what you do here and why they should come out to OG Cellars.
Well, we make 100% Texas wine, which is a big deal because a lot of wineries in Texas might bring in grapes from California or other states, and we're all about Texas wine. So what I like to specialize in is 100% varietals. If I have a Cabernet Sauvignon on the label or a Tempranillo on the label or Syrah, it is 100% that grape from Texas. And it's the best expression I can coax out of those grapes, and they're winning awards all over, not just in Texas, but beating the California wineries too.
Man, that's amazing. So you went to school for this, right?
I did. We have actually a enology and viticulture program at Grayson College up in Denison. And they teach you the winemaking, they teach you how to grow grapes, and then we have a great association of wineries here in Texas called TWIGA, Texas Wine and Grape Growers Association, and they put on lots of information seminars. We have one, our big annual one conference comes up next week, and so that's down in San Marcos this year. And they'll have all kinds of seminars from everything from managing your tasting room to winery sanitation to vineyard practices, everything that we can do to help each other become better winemakers. Texas right now is probably, I think we're the number 5 wine producing state in the country. Most people don't realize that.
That's great. There's a lot of wineries, on our travels to drive across Texas, we come across a lot of them.
Yeah.
And what's so unique is that everywhere you go, it's a different flavor.
It is. Most people, they think, oh, I've had that before. Well, if you haven't had it from that winery, you haven't had it before, because every winery is going to be different. It's kind of like saying I've had a beer before. There's lots of different beers out there. There's lots of wines. North Texas, we actually have as many wineries, if not more, than what's down in the hill country. We're just not as tight. We're not as close to each other, but we're hoping to change that. There's 2 new groups that have just formed. One called North Texas Wine Country. They have a website, northtexaswine.com, and that's pretty much the wineries that are north of Dallas and Fort Worth. And then another one that's just been revived is the Cross Timbers Wine Trail, and that one's going to go all the way from basically Hyco in the south to me on the north. And there's a whole mass of wineries through there, and we're fixing to relaunch that website tomorrow.
That's funny.
Because that way people from Fort Worth can know where we are.
That's great. It's funny you say Cross Timbers. I knew exactly what you were talking about when I first started singing years ago. They had an opera house there, Cross Timbers Opera House. So I'm thinking, ding, 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 that's got to be in the same area.
Yeah, well, that's this little eco region of North Texas, and it's just where all the post oaks, live oaks, blackjack oaks come down from Oklahoma and Central Texas here, going basically almost to Waco. So it's very diverse still. We all still have different soils, different little microclimates that can help produce different grapes in our vineyards.
Yeah, that's awesome. It really is. Your barrels here, different types of oak. What do you prefer for OG?
I prefer American oak. I like American oak out of Missouri. It puts a nice vanilla flavor on the end of the wines, helps smooth them out. French oak's nice too. I use a lot of French oak as a neutral barrel. And by neutral, I mean it doesn't really impart oak anymore, but it gives the wine a roundness, so there won't be any bite. That's what helps smooth it out.
Oh, that's neat. One thing that when I walked up on OG Cellars here in Sunset, Texas, we got a beautiful piece of property here. Go ahead and tell the folks about this family farm you have.
It's a family ranch, 320 acres. There's We started out just hunting on this place, and my family's originally from Wichita Falls, and so we started hunting, and then I got the idea of doing wine. So I had the soil tested, sent it off to A&M, and they came back and said, man, you could grow anything here. You could grow blueberries. They said, which was an anomaly for this area of Texas. Usually that's an East Texas thing. And so I planted the vineyard and started the winery, and I started making the wines with grapes that I have contracts with growers out in the Brownfield area, out south of Lubbock. And our vineyard is only just finished its second year, so maybe this year we might get some fruit to make estate wines out of. We're keeping our fingers crossed. Knock on
some wood. Knock on some American oak.
That's right.
So, how big is your vineyard?
It's a 3-acre vineyard right now, and we're going to have plans to expand it. I'll probably end up having, when it's all said and done, 12 or 15 acres of vines. Who knows? Maybe I'll let my kids take over from there if they want to expand that out. We got, like I said, we got 320 acres out here. We got a lot of room for vines.
Oh, that's great.
It's just trying to help, teaching people about it. I've been trying to work with local 4-H and FFA and ag programs at the high schools. And so far they sound like they might be interested, but we'll see. I'm trying to get them to do something besides show pigs.
There you go. That'd be a great,
come out and
great
put
opportunity
some farming back in North Texas.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm telling you, man, you've got a beautiful facility here.
Thanks.
Tell the folks one last favor that I asked for you. Why should the folks come out to OG Cellars?
Well, we built a destination out here, and it's one of the friendliest places. Everybody loves coming out. My staff is very attentive, very friendly. All walks of life are welcome over here. If you like wine, we like you. And I built a place where we have live music, like I was telling you earlier, on Saturdays, and food trucks, and I've got decks and patios, and I've got a 60-foot long bocce ball court. I've got bags you can play. I've got horseshoe pits. I got stuff where you can come out and just spend the day out in the country. There's not a power line in sight. It's just uninterrupted views, and we're the 3rd highest point in the county, so it's pretty cool.
I'm telling you folks, this is a destination spot. You ever want to get away from the big city and come out to the country and drink you some great wine with some great folks, you need to check out OG Cellars. Do you have a website you can send people?
OGCellars.com.
Okay.
It's also on Facebook and Instagram. So.
Folks, be sure to check them out. Mr. James here and his lovely wife and his staff will take care of you. And remember now, it's coming from a couple of Texans. Adios.
Drive across Texas.